All right, we are back with Heated Rivalry episode 2. Let's get it.
He has such an intense look.
Ilya?
Yeah. I like the recap. It reminds me of like the weekly episodes, you know, when seasons used to be like 20 plus episodes every week waiting.
Yeah. Are these released all at once?
No, just these first 2.
Oh, okay.
Still mad about Vegas. Like he's just like you. No, I don't get mad about anything.
Oh, we're actually getting some hockey play this time. Giving him a silent treatment. So wait, we don't...
Ghosted a whole year.
Oh my god. Also, we didn't get to see anything about Elliot going home.
He was running in Moscow. It said Moscow.
I know, but it just like...
Yeah.
Like they made a big deal.
They always have something in their mouth. I still want that asshole.
Oh, dang. I didn't think... After the first episode, I didn't think they were going to show the schlong. The funny thing is, I didn't expect that. Neither did Shane. We were both surprised.
You just totally missed that conversation. He said 9 goals. Why 9? 1 for each inch of the dick you want. But no, yeah, just in this montage, it started in 2010. Now it's 2013.
It started in 11.
Oh.
But yeah, it's already been 2 whole years.
2 years of just edging each other through text. Because that means they're 22 now.
So he's not goalie anymore?
He was never goalie. That was a dig at him. I feel like you could tell a lot more that Ilya's really in it, you know? Like, he stresses out in the way he acts when he's waiting for a text, like, reaching out.
Denied.
He's attractive, too. His teammate. Who keeps noticing that he keeps texting a girl.
Not the long face.
Murder that ass. Just kidding.
You'll stab him right in the ass.
I love that. That's really cute. The whole running up the stairs. Like everything's a competition.
Alright, get that guy butt counter ready.
Damn, their chemistry is just so good.
Oh, guy bat. Ding. So Hollander never been with a guy before this,
Hollander?
Right? Yeah.
He's only been with Ilya.
But I mean, like, this was the first time he's gonna have sex.
I feel like I have to look away. Like, I'm intruding on a moment. No, he just keeps, like, checking in constantly. Acting this stuff out must be weird. There's all these people around you telling you how to move, what to do.
Yeah, I mean, they make it look so flawless on the screen, but yeah, like, typically there's, like, 10 people just, like, watching and microphones in your face, and...
You could tell he's freaking out because of what he did.
Yeah, I can't tell what
Oh my god, I'm gonna start crying. How can you not? Can you really not tell?
No.
Because, you know, the way he was making love to him, even if he doesn't want to admit it, and how he's like, was it worth the wait? And he just looks at him with so much adoring, like, eyes, and then just kisses him in response. And you could tell, like, his eyes are, like, moving back and forth, and he's freaking out. Well, I have to go.
I was literally about to ask, like, so wait, are they in love, or is it just like a flirtatious hookup? Like,
well, clearly it was just like fucking around, but that whole thing changed it all. Like Shane kisses him, and
well, it seems like it changed it for Shane, but I don't know so much for Ilya.
Because once you know he's in there, he could have just been like, okay, I'm just here to fuck, get on with it and get out. Not like shower and cuddle and then.
I wouldn't necessarily say that. I mean, it just depends, I guess, what kind of lover you are. Like there's selfish lovers. You could be in a committed relationship and they could still be a selfish lover, you know?
Yeah, that is true.
So it's like, it could just be someone that you know, when they're in the
moment,
in the action, maybe they are very caring.
He's hugging his sweater. Fucking Shane always has to bring up Russia. I know he doesn't know, but like, he's from Canada, Montreal, right? Mm-hmm. And I guess like here we're a little bit, I don't know if we're more aware of it because of what that asshole did with Russia. But I feel like it's a common known thing that like Russia is not very accepting of LGBT, right? Like
I would assume so. I mean, even back in 2000,
So, I
especially in
feel like-
2013.
yeah, I feel like Shane has to know, right? Like what Russia would be like for him. So like why does he always like your family must be happy it's in Russia, like you're like going back home, good for you. Like I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
he's just not aware.
Well, what I'm a little bummed is, you know, they made a big point at the end of the last episode that he's going home in 3 days.
Well, because he's stressed about it.
But they didn't show any of that, and I'm a little bummed about that.
But they didn't show a little bit more about his home life.
Like if you're gonna make it a point, then make it a point. Like don't just say, you know.
I feel like they're about to because he's talking about the Olympics in Russia in 2014.
Maybe, but like the way the last episode ended and everything that happened because of it, like you would think they would have focused a bit more earlier in this episode about it. It is very risky just being out in the.
He owns the building.
The entire building?
He literally said that earlier.
Oh.
We built the building and the one next door. I feel like you could tell here that he's opening up more and like Shane's really into it.
Oh, losing on your own turf.
Oh, you know why he looks familiar? Schitt's Creek. He's David's friend that tries to like help his mom out when he comes to visit him.
Oh.
And like, I can't feel feelings.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
Because that was also filmed in Canada.
That's such a good show.
Yeah.
Wait, I missed something. Who showed up and said they were gay?
He asked him about the programming that they're gonna do this ice skating, and then Shane said, "Oh yeah, he's my buddy that they used to train together. Would you guys wouldn't mind going to watch him because they're on downtime, seeing other sports?" And his teammate said, "Oh yeah, of course. Like anyone that's that brave, you have to support them."
Okay.
And he's like, "I'm assuming he's gay, and how Russia's not safe." And then here you can tell. I don't think it ever really clicked for Shane.
But yeah,
how bad Russia is for gay people, like for Ilya.
Scott seems like awkward.
Dad is so fucking mad at you. Ugh.
If they lost, right?
Yeah. He already treats him like shit when he's winning. Imagine when he loses at home. Ilya, why?
Pushing him away.
Yeah. I mean, like, I know why, but why?
Okay, so here we go. We gain some of his home life. I like this whole scene. I feel like this is kind of what a lot of the first episode was missing. Some very just,
insight into him.
Yeah, good context. We see his home life a bit more. His dad, how he treats him, how seems like there's something up with his dad also.
Yeah, like he's completely disassociated right here. Like he's there, but he's not even there.
Yeah. But it seems like his dad is also sick. Like maybe he's going Alzheimer's or something, and it's probably one of the reasons why he's still so like under his thumb. Was that supposed to be the prime minister?
Yeah.
And
she's his daughter,
right? Yeah. Oh, very interesting. He looks for trouble. Coach's son, prime minister's daughter.
That's the coach's son.
Oh. It's interesting to see that the next generation, is very different from the older generation.
I don't like him.
Why not?
I don't know. Just don't like his vibe. It's like he's trying to tempt Ilya to, do things there.
It's such a role reversal. It's like how he acts with Shane, basically. Mm-hmm. And whenever he's rejecting him because he's just... Because of Shane?
Of course it's because of Shane. But I feel like his facial acting is really good. Like, you could tell he's happy, he's sad.
We're back to the award show.
And that gave off jealousy.
Well, I don't know. How much have they, been talking?
They haven't. He must have ignored him in the game, and then,
Yeah, with the time jumps, you don't know if they've been talking to each other
they
since
haven't.
the Olympics.
They have not.
Again, though, with the time jumps, they don't specify.
Because you see them, the text messages,
Out of all the bathrooms, he had to walk into mine. Mm-hmm. They just need to stop coming to these awards.
Shane is, such a good sub. And Ilya is just not appreciating that enough.
Alright, get that guy butt counter ready. Never did tell him what he would want, though.
How the fuck do you not sniff the underwear? What? No, really. He like threw the underwear. That's the moment when you sniff them. People are gonna be like, she's a freak.
Because that's what he gets off on, the control.
Yeah, I know that would be giving it to Shane, but still.
Dude, it's fucking ripped.
He's so fucking good. He would make a good Achilles also.
Cry butt. Ding.
If this man mentions Russia one more fucking time.
No.
We need to learn not to bring that up in front of Ilya until he opens up.
Yeah, I feel bad for Shane.
Baby boy's in love. Doesn't even realize it.
Not like that, but it's like a pretty abusive situationship.
So Rachel wrote like a chapter, or I don't know if you would call it a whole chapter because it's online, but she wrote the Vegas scene from Ilya's perspective. It's so good.
This year or the previous year?
This one. This whole scene that we just saw from the award to now. So, in Ilya's perspective, the whole time where he's like, where were you? And he's like, busy with who? He had seen Shane waiting for him, and when he sees him, he freaks out because he looks so good and he wants him so bad that he has a panic attack in the bathroom. Like hiding from Shane because he can't face him, like he's been ignoring him and he wants him so bad and like his feelings. So he basically hides into the bathroom until the very last second, and then he just like antagonizes him.
I wonder why they didn't show that in the episode.
But yeah, so he hides until the award, and then when he follows him, the whole bathroom scene, the moment where he's like, I want you to suck my dick, and like Shane, you can tell he like it's gonna start to cry, and you can see that like his face changes kind of thing. In that moment, it's like, oh shit, like maybe I pushed him too hard.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna lose him, so he turns it into a competition. And then like the whole reason he got the penthouse was because he really wanted to like fuck Shane up against the window. Like that was his thing that he wanted to do, and then Shane like doesn't want to do it in front of the windows. And then
when in Vegas.
Yeah, and then the entire time, like basically when they're having sex, like that line hits different at the end when Shane's gonna text like we didn't even kiss, and he deletes it because in Ilya's like chapter or POV whatever, the entire time he's thinking about how much he wants to kiss Shane, but he can't because if he kisses him, he'll never be able to stop because he's so far gone.
But they've kissed like.
No, but like in that moment when they're having sex, like celebrating, because like he feels more now, like that they've been together. After like before the Olympics and everything that happened at the Olympics, he's like, if I kiss him now, I'll never be able to stop. Yeah, so he's like afraid of his feelings.
It doesn't come across so much in the show. Well, what you think of episode 2?
I like it, but I swear every time that Shane brings up Russia, I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, get him to open up a different way. Yeah. Like clearly, I feel like we notice more patterns, like every time you bring up Russia, he freaks out and takes it out on you. Like, why are you bringing up Russia? I think it's less of a freak out, more of a shutdown. Yeah. He shuts down. Yeah. And yeah, he just he hasn't picked bursting up on it. Bursting out in anger,
he
like
hasn't picked up on his
like the balcony, shift. The Olympics.
Yeah.
Right now he brought it up and he's like, I gotta go to sleep. Like he's poor baby's like trying to connect, and then he's triggering him without knowing he's triggering him.
Yeah, but that's the thing too. They might not know each other well enough to have anything else to talk about.
Yeah, because when they hook up, when they're hooking up, they're just fucking and not actually having conversations. Yeah. What did you think?
I thought it was better than the first one. I think there's more substance to this episode. I think. It felt like a heavy Iliad episode. We got more of his Russian life and his family and his friends and kind of like all of that. And there's also kind of like a episode arc for him, right? Like at the beginning of the episode, he's losing. All he keeps doing is losing. We saw him as a hot shot in the first episode, and now in this episode, it's just like. Loss after loss, they lose the Olympics, and so to kind of see him win that finale, win the championship, the MVP. Like it's a full like circle moment for him at the end of this episode. So again, like he has a really strong presence in this episode versus kind of Shane just kind of feels like
he's more in the background this episode.
Yeah, he's definitely more in the background. Yeah. I mean, Shane has good moments in this. You know, his like you had mentioned, his happy but sad moment when the cup is. Yeah,
because one thing you gotta think about is like, one, he's sad he didn't make it to the cup game, you know, for himself. But then he's like proud and happy for Ilya. But then it's also like, this motherfucker hasn't even talked to me for 6 months.
Yeah.
You know, they have a lovely time. Then he blows up on him on the Olympics, and it's like a bittersweet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and again,
also he beat him to a cup.
Yeah,
you know.
Another thing again is the time jumps are just killing me. Like, it's like it's just for me personally, it feels like it causes a rift in the immersion. You know, like you can't really get into the story because again, it's been like.
You know, draw a timeline for 2009, but then that would spoil stuff.
2009 to 2014. That's 5 years. Oh. And because of the time jump and you don't see what they're going through so much every year, it doesn't feel like 5 years. I mean, they give you the date, but again, you don't know what's happened from this to this. Like, there's so much info missing because of it. This episode really good because you saw Elliot with his parents or his dad and his friends. Like, you can always do more of that. Same thing with Shane. You could always see, like, does he have not friends? Does he not have?
So I think something that, like, right now when he was asking him, like, but is it safe? Do you have to go back? Kind of thing. Now that you know that his mom is dead, well, I guess Shane doesn't know, right? But, you know, he is dead. I feel like that would be a big reason why he would never stop going back to Russia. It's like his mom is in Russia. Like, she's buried there, right? I feel like that must be something.
Well, wouldn't that be like the other way around? Like, his mom's dead. He has no one to go back to. Abusive father and asshole brother.
Well, it depends what you believe in.
Oh, I guess.
You know? A lot of people have different beliefs and they have to visit gravestones and stuff even after their person dies.
I would say... Sure, you can throw that in the mix, except they haven't shown any attachment to his
You literally
mother.
asked if he's religious.
No, necklace. But they haven't shown any attachment to his mother other than telling his dad that she's dead.
I want to tell you something so bad, but I don't know if they're going to reveal it in the show or if they're not going to talk about it in the show.
Well, then you're going to have to wait.
I really like how they lit up when they were, like, making love for the first time with the light in the background to darken the front. But it lit up their faces really nicely.
Yeah. That's another thing I've also... I like the style. And I'm so glad. Because so many shows nowadays, they're so lit for green screens. And
yeah, like horror movies aren't scary because everything's so bright.
Everything's so... Like you'll look at shows, especially... It's a big Netflix thing where you look at a show and it's just... There's no lighting... contrast. It's all just one big light and the actors are fully visible and it creates boring scenes, and this show does not have the issue of that. This show has great like contrast and lighting and colors, like, you know, they have the reds, the blues, purples, everything. The one thing I am gonna pick on it though,
you're gonna say the exposure.
Yeah, it's slightly underexposed too often.
Okay, what do you think about the sex scenes?
They're graphic. I mean, I know they don't like show like actual penetration, but like typically when you watch a sex scene in a show, it's implied.
Can I make you watch Bridgerton again?
Again, most shows it's implied sex, right? Like you get a lot of covers, you know, they cover up the actors with blankets,
sheets and stuff.
Or you know, it kind of starts, but then it just
fade
cuts.
To black,
They'll focus a lot on the face. They'll do close-ups of faces, and maybe like some hand touching. Like again, it's all close-ups. It's like quick little moments, maybe a hand like brushing.
Yeah, like
up
in
against.
Red, White, and Royal Blue, they did a lot of like, they focused on like the hand clutching.
Yeah, and that's what you'll
like
typically
focus on the faces or
that's
the
what you'll typically
overhead
see.
or underhead.
Typically, you won't see like wide shots and very like shots that basically they were showing it while showing it.
Yeah.
So it's very intense. It's very graphic. It's again something I feel like you don't see, and it's bold. It's bold of them to do.
Would you feel the same way if it was a guy and a girl?
Yes.
You'd be like, what the hell?
I would feel like, wow, this is intense. This is. I hope no one walks in while I'm watching this.
Like don't get takeout.
Yeah,
because then the delivery guy's gonna watch it.
Exactly. But yeah.
So the entire time, like I think they did it beautifully, but I can't because they show. I feel like more than some other stuff too. I feel like the entire time I'm thinking like, how did they shoot this?
Yeah.
Like, what are they wearing? Because I know like they use because from Bridgerton they talked about with Colin's character like using pouch or whatever and Jonathan Bailey. So the whole time I'm like, how did they shoot this? Because they show some pretty interesting angles.
I'm sure they're very professional. Like again, the chemistry. I think we talked about that.
Yeah, it's really good.
They have really good chemistry, and they're probably just very comfortable doing the scenes. And
I honestly don't know how actors don't fall in love sometimes. Because again, it's not always believable, but when the chemistry is like so off the charts, you're like,
yeah,
how did you not fall in love?
But yeah, I'm hoping to see more.
More S.
I'm hoping to see more of like, interactions with more characters. Again, it feels like the first episode, especially in the second episode, kind of it's really just get to them like flirting and kind of just not enough extra information. So we'll see how the next episode goes.
As long as you don't say Shane or Ilya in your sleep tonight. You're like, no, it's all about Scott. The hottie, the older hottie.
He's been there for like 2 seconds so far.
Yeah, he's...
All right, that was episode 2 of Heated Rivalry. It was, I think, an improvement over the first episode, and I can't wait for episode 3.
Yep.